A very good morning to you. Welcome to the first edition for the show. It's the one for Monday. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
And I'm Cecilia Morogbe, and of course we're starting with the four connects. Well, today is going to be a big hurdle for them to cross. Both of them on 3 points are poised to get a chance into the knockout stage. For the four connects, all they need is just a draw to get over. And of course, for China also, they need a draw to get over. It's going to take it. Will the four connects be able to cross this hurdle and get into the quarterfinals? Is a big question they'll have to answer today when they face China at the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup.
Yeah, the answer to that question will be in a few hours' time. Will the Falconets of Nigeria be able to cross that hurdle in the form of China? We'll wait to see what happens. But cherry news from the Nigerian Open. The wait is over. That's the news we're eating you with. Just in case you don't know, the wait is over. That man in your picture, Nigeria's Haruna Quadri, making us proud, becoming the first Nigerian to win the ITTF Nigeria Open for the first time in 5 years. We've always talked about the money going outside, but this time he's staying at home. Haruna Quadri, emerging top, beating his opponent from France in the final 4-2 and emerging the winner in the men's singles.
Absolutely a good one for Haruna Quadri there, being able to beat the Frenchman, talking about Antoine Hachard. Also on the program, we'll be talking about Rafael Nadal for the first time since, when was the last time we actually won a title on hard court? It's been a long time, but Rafael Nadal, after that Cincinnati Open, he won in 2013, has won another 1,000 Masters title on hard court, and he had to do it against a birthday boy. Talking about the Greek freak, he's no longer a teenager, he's now in his 20s. It was on his birthday, but somehow he just couldn't stop Rafael Nadal from getting the smile on his face. Stefanos Tsitsipas was beaten 6-2, 7-6 on Sunday night, and for Rafael Nadal to win the Toronto Masters, the Rogers Cup in Toronto. Another good one for Tsitsipas. Everyone was actually rooting for him to get this one over Rafael Nadal after beating about 4 players in the top 10 all through the week, but he got this one going.
Well, Rafael Nadal, doing what we all expected him to do, going all the way, champion stuff. You need to dig deep as a champion. I'm impressed with the Greek freak, that's what they call him. The way he's burst into the scene and consistent performances here and there. You feel for him coming up against an inspired Rafael Nadal who's in form, who is doing everything ahead of the US Open. It was only going to be one winner anyway, and it was always going to be Rafael Nadal. Second set was a bit close. First one was easy peasy for Nadal, 6-2. Second one, it was, the man from Greece, Tsitsipas, dragged it all the way, but Nadal was just too much for him, and at the end of the day, held his nerve, won that game, and very good one for him. Like I said, this tournament is a very good prep for the US Open, and you have a feeling that Nadal is feeling good with himself, his body is all right, everything is all right, and he sets up a good defense for the title he won last year.
Absolutely, and if you check, Tsitsipas had to win his first break of the match in the 10th game of the second set. So it simply means it was really difficult for him to pull off. First set for Rafael Nadal, 34 minutes, as you mentioned, was easy, but second set was a bit difficult. But when you played 4 players in the top 10 in the world, somehow to keep that momentum going into the final game, it's always going to be difficult. It was difficult for him, but then Rafael Nadal looked out of sorts at a point in that second set, but somehow, he had to dig deep, extra reserves, he got that. And that's the fist bump, the happiness, the joy he felt being able to win on hard court again. The good news is for him, he joins us an elite era right now. You have some players who are just up there that have won up to 80 titles, in the world. He's the 4th one to join the Open era now to have won 80 titles. You have that Jimmy Connors who had 109. You have Roger Federer 98, and of course you have Ivan Lendl who had 94. So Rafael Nadal is getting closer to them now. Let's hear from him how delighted he is after winning this title.
Yeah, great week. Probably it's not the week that I play better tennis, but the spirit of competition have been fantastic. And today probably was my best match, especially in that first set that I played at a good level of tennis. Very happy. It's a title that means a lot to me, and yeah, that's great news to start the hardcore season like this.
the joy, the happiness, and everything that he needs. Well, a good one.
Very, very good one for Rafael Nadal. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Great guy. It's fun to watch any day, anytime. You know, the fist bump, the celebration, the jumps. Hope we'll see that at the US Open. All right, let's talk about the ladies now. Let's quickly flip over and talk about Simona Halep. Once again, a repeat of what happened at one of the Grand Slams. Simona Halep coming good in this one, winning in the ladies category, doing it against Sloane Stephens. So it was a great game for the Romanian. She beat Stevens in 3 sets, 7-6, 3-6, 6-4 to win the Rogers Cup. That's a women's title. It was a rematch of the French Open finale. This one was in Montreal, the other one at the French Open. But she got the better of her opponent. And Simona Halep coming good. I've said a lot about Simona Halep, and I think now nobody can question her credentials anymore. The moment she won the French Open, she came close. I think lost to Wozniacki at some point. Both had not won a Grand Slam at that point. She, you know, that mental barrier is off.
It's over.
No, you know, in times past, you see Halep in the final, you're like, oh gosh, she's going to lose. Oh gosh, she's going to lose. She plays well, gets to the final. Oh gosh, she's going to lose. She knows how to win those matches, but when it comes to the crucial moments, but I think that barrier has been lifted, and she did well. She did well.
So well in this one.
We'll see what happens, but you don't want to bet against her. I think the next best thing in tennis after Serena Williams definitely has to be Simona now.
Yeah, that's too fast anyway. But then if you take a look at this match very well, you know how she was able to fend off about 4 set points to claim that back-to-back victory in the first set. For Sloane Stephens, I thought she had it, especially when she was leading as much as 5-2. She got that advantage, but then she just couldn't hold on. And Simona Halep, as you mentioned, was able to rally and get something out of the match. But I felt it could have been a Sloane Stephens game, knowing that that first set was a bit difficult, having Simona Halep having to come down from that being 5-1 down to win 7-6. And the second set, Simona Halep, Sloane Stephens had the day in that one, winning it. But that final set, somehow, maybe Sloane Stephens just doesn't have that reserve energy to really go ahead and win something. Because the second time this year, talked about the French Open where she lost to the same Simona Halep. It wasn't so difficult, but this one was a bit tighter and closer. But Simona Halep still got knowing what she wants and wanting to actually
I think she
keep
used
on
a
with
lot
that.
of energy in that first set.
She just had to win it.
She used a lot of energy in that first set, and she lost. And that can, you know, bring your head down. Any player, no matter how good you are. Valiant effort, but you know, it wasn't that day. But she could rest. She could, you know, rest the day, knowing that she did well. Just wasn't that day, and maybe better luck next time.
Yeah, better luck next time. US Open is next 27th of August. That's when it's starting, and hopefully she can defend the title. But when you have a Serena Williams, maybe it's just like she's gonna play the US Open after all. Okay, when she's fully fit and everything, then you know she's favorite. But Sloane Stephens, with what she's done in Montreal, in Canada, I think she should also be one of the favorites going into the US Open.
Surely, she is.
Let's talk golf now.
All right, let's move on to golf, and let's talk about the PGA Championship. And one of the names that a lot of people were really looking at emerged the winner. You're looking at all the Johnsons, Dustin Johnson, Adam, Justin Thomas,
Scott.
all of those names, but none of them came to Brooks Koepka, emerged winner of the championship. Was a good one for the American golfer in that one. Saw his chance, took it, and just held on. And, you know, had a good fight from Adam Scott and Tiger Woods. They battled him. He fought with all he had, and he did it. He also wins his second major this year. Good one for the young man. We'll see what happens. But to be able to withstand that pressure in the heat and to put up that kind of performance over people like Woods and Adam Scott, guys who are more experienced on this terrain, to do that, it's an amazing feat from the guy. But he owns the day, so all the stories pale into insignificance, because at the end of the day, if we're talking about the PGA Championship, we'll be mentioning Brooks for what he did.
Yeah, definitely. It's not always easy for you to be able to win a two major in the year. It's the third one of his career, and he's won two already this year. And he keeps saying, look, people really don't take notice of him. And even when he was playing so well, and Tiger was bedded in 9, the whole crowd were actually behind him. But when he started, he knew that he needed to do something, because you have, as you mentioned, Adam Scott right behind him, Tiger Woods just roaring and all that behind him also, so he knew what he needed to do, and he had to do it. So to card a 4 on the 6-6, and that was good enough for a 2-shot lead over Tiger Woods and Adam Scott. And of course, at the end of the day, he is the winner of the title, his second major this year.
And he also becomes the 5th golfer to, like you said, capture both the PGA and the US Open in the same year. Amazing feat for Brooks Koepka. Let's listen to the man under the sun, the man with the victory, the man enjoying the moment. Let's listen to him and come back for more Sports This Morning.
It's extremely gratifying when you look at 4 and 5 to make 2 bogeys right there, and then I think I was tied for the lead at that point, and I figured obviously I had to get it going, and to birdie 7, 8, 9 was kind of a big momentum shift for me, I felt like, and to especially with Tiger making that run basically right at that same time when we were on, I think, 10 green, and then from 12, Scotty birdied 12 and 13, and it became a really tight race. But the shots I hit coming down the stretch were very good. We had a perfect number into 15, and then 16. I mean, I had a laser right at the flag, and that's probably go down as probably one of the best shots I've ever hit under pressure.
Well, talk about being under pressure, having Tiger Woods and Adam Scott behind you. You have to be at your best, and that's what he did. Brooks Koepka emerging a winner in that one, and all the records. Maybe we should start taking notice of him, even when he's playing his best. The spotlight are on the other golfers, but we'll see what happens. Let's talk about the other guys that came so close.
I mean, Tiger was chasing his first title in more than a decade. Everyone was actually rooting for him, thinking he was able to get this one. But Koepka had nothing to lose. He was just enjoying his game, and somehow it got the better of him. But Tiger Woods and Adam Scott, how close they were winning this title. But the thing is, they're actually taking the positive from it.
Not for a while, no. I was pretty ticked at the British Open. I had the lead there. This one, I never quite got to the lead. I was always trailing, and it was a golf course in which I couldn't sit still and make pars and be okay with it. I had to keep making birdies. The golf course was soft. It was gettable, and there were a bunch of guys, when I went to the range to start warming up, there were a bunch of guys at 3 under par through 6, 3 under par through 7. And so, yeah, that was, you can see guys shooting 5, 6 under par today. And with a bunch of guys at around 8 under or better starting the day, I had to go get it, and I tried.
Made that really good run through the turn and felt like I was right in it. But there was lots happening out there. Tiger was charging at times, and that was filtering back through the groups. Certainly every leaderboard that changed, no matter what hole you were on, you knew what Tiger did, and it's a really fun atmosphere to be in. But I was pleased with how I played through the turn, and yeah, just unfortunately just didn't have it the last couple of holes. If I was critical of myself today, I just didn't drive it up to what I would expect in this kind of situation to win.
Yeah, situation to win, but then he couldn't get that. Now, let's talk about Team Nigeria. That's the one who went to Algeria in Algiers for the Para Powerlifting African Championship. Well, dominant all the way. They dominated that, and he came home with how many medals? That's about 13 athletes actually representing Nigeria. So, and coming back, each of them won something. 11 gold medal and 2 silver medals.
The usual suspects. The usual suspects are the ones that did it. I mean, you could close your eyes.
From Shade to OBG.
Shade, Lovely OBG, Latifa Tijani. The usual suspects. Always doing us proud, always making us smile. It's part of the, little or no attention that they get. They silently go to places unheralded. And they go there, they do us proud, win, topping everything, 11 gold, 2 silver with 13 athletes representing us. It was very, very good. And trust these guys. There were world records. Bose Omolayo produced a new world record in women's 79 category. Like we said, this championship also serves as a qualifying process for the 2020 Olympic Games. So you can see all those our athletes making it to the big one. All right, let's go on a break. And when we return, there's still so much for you on Sports This Morning. Join us again.